Exactly. Jamont, you opened it up. Jamont, you opened this up with the biggest question I had as soon as it came on. You would not, you would not believe how many people have sent me that clip. Like, you gotta watch Joe jump on DJ. I'm like, what? I said, let me go in here and watch this thing, man. Because I watch Everyday Struggle. I just didn't have time to watch it that day. Because I was too busy doing other stuff. I could tell you got your notification because finally people are jumping on. They have their moments. I guess what I go on live too late at night and people are asleep. But see, these are the type of books I read. The Hidden Millionaire, The New Color of Success, The Millionaire Mind, Days of Grace, Staying Street Smart. You see, you gotta have Kevin Hart too, you know. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. Now listen. Set this here. Let's go over this. Joe Budden and myself, and I've stated this many times before, we think alike because we're old school. We're old souls. A lot of situations and a lot of things that we have, we think alike. Oh, you want to read? I'm sorry about that. You want a good read? Get this book. Stolen Legacy. How the Greek, the Germans, and everybody stole your legacy, replaced your legacy with their own. I'm telling you, learn world history. The killing of Osama bin Laden. Learn world history. It will make your whole world and that stuff you see on the block that you think is so hot, it'll make that stuff look this small. Because in reality, it's this small. Of course, I have books I can never show you ever in life. Because they're too powerful for your mind to take. Now, as far as this fuggity bug boy, it. And here's the thing. Besides the uggity that he keeps talking about, all you're seeing from this situation is how screwed up they are as far as the show. Me and Joe think alike on a lot of situations, and I'll tell you that. The Joe I don't like is still there. He's older and wiser than he used to be when he was younger. The most of the stuff I talked about with Joe was when Joe was younger. So when I start doing the truth behind and showing all the Joe Budden beefs that he had with everybody, they were like, Joe did that? Joe did that? Joe did that? You know, so people were learning it for the first time. For the first time ever, they were learning that. So when you see the situations that he had up now, you're like, wow, Joe, you know, like, really? Like, why would you be involved? Like, the whole thing with Drake and everything, I'm like, dude, you know what this stemmed from. And the thing is that his hypocrisy kicks in because the pride of the ego of the MC kicks in. Once your pride kicks in and you're an MC and your pride kick in, that's when you're like, whoa, I can't let this dude clown me. This dude gonna ruin my image or who I am. You lose your identity of being you by trying to be you, the artist who the public's gonna like. You're afraid the public ain't gonna like something, so you gotta mask it up or how they gonna take it. Joe has changed because he's not in the focus of trying to be an artist, but he does have those streaks where he gets to the old Joe Budden. And he becomes the uggity up boy stuff that he talks about. Now, Joe Budden also makes great points. And I agree with most of the things he say. Sometimes things that he says get taken out of context. And then some of the things he shouldn't have said at all. Because it's just an ego trip. But where we come from a different school than that DJ. And that's why I keep trying to tell you guys. You guys are young, you don't know, and you run behind this guy, and this guy's he's what he is. Okay, watching this show, you see this is just what he is. He's a kid. And by the fact that he's a kid, a grown kid, that's all he is. He likes video games. He likes, internet and doing all the stuff with videos, and that's fine. And he don't understand the dangers when he was doing the Chirac beefs. And I was telling you guys this, but it took one of our own to go on that show and tell him, man, I want to whoop yo, you know what? Then everybody in the free world like, oh man, you was right, Sino. He shouldn't have been talking about Chirac beef. And everybody and all you little guys was telling him, oh, Carsino, why you don't talk about Chi-Town beef? Because that's not rap. It's not about no rap. That's about, you doing that because you live there. Yeah, fool. This ain't about rap and hip hop. This is about somebody finna get their brains blowed out over something. And they gonna talk about a rap song. No, that rap just antagonizes what's already there. They talk about hood. So, brother, if you from the streets, you already know what you can and cannot say. There's videos on stuff that's in the East Coast and everywhere else that I have never made. Because I already know this ain't the lane to go down. It's some real, when it's real, or if it's industry, we'll talk about that. That's old industry stuff. But there's a lot of stuff that I have to edit things out of. Ask anybody from Oakland. Ask anybody from the Bay who has seen any Bay video I've done. They know I edit everything out of these videos. There's things that have happened in the Bay that I have completely edited these videos to a T. They was like, man, well, you left out a lot. I'll be like, yeah, I sure did. And there's beefs I haven't even talked about that would be so cool and I get a lot of hits and everything, but I'm just like, I don't know. Because I try to figure out a way to do it in a nice way where I take out all of the, the main key parts of such and so had the ratchet and this and that. And, I try to edit all that out and see if there's a nicer way of doing it. But I've learned and found out that people don't even watch the videos. They read titles. So when they read the title, it's still going to get you the same response as if you had watched the video. They ain't got time to watch the video. They ain't got time to read the title and get upset and they ain't seen nothing. So I was like, wow, that's the world we live in now. I was like, I went out of my way. Exactly. I don't. I made a video telling you I will not. Unless it's about hip hop, cool. If it ain't about hip hop, I ain't finna talk about that. Cause most of it ain't about hip hop. They ain't got nothing to do with no hip hop. It's about, we don't like them. They ops. They finna, and it's they just got a dude that rap and he's an op, and they talking a lot of gang stuff, throwing gang symbols back and forth. I'm come from the home of the gangs. Are you kidding? We have the most gangs in the United States of America, in Chicago. Period. There's no other city in the world that has more gangs than the city of Chicago. You don't have to bang. You don't have to bang. Do you understand what that means? You could be associated with some. Just because you don't bang, your man you went to school and played basketball with, he might be in a gang. And guess what's going to happen? They ain't finna come there and tap people on the shoulder. Are you in a gang? No? Okay, you're good. What about you? You're in a gang? What gang? Oh, no. You ain't on the list. So, no, it don't happen that way. They come and get you. So what he was trying to do and tell him dealing with this X situation is like, don't be the vessel. Because like you guys said, the DJ guy bragged by the fact that, yo, I talked to X on the phone, man. So me and X is this and that. And he's selling X perspective. So he's telling X side of the story. He's promoting X this. He's promoting X that. I'm reporting only on the video that we have. Only on the footage that we have. That's made public. That's it. That's it. The security footages and all that, that's it. The stuff X put out, I'm like, this is what X said. So ain't nobody putting the words out there in his mouth and being his vessel. I'm not calling him to do an interview to say, what happened? I'm not doing that. And what Buttons is trying to tell him is that you know how the Migos roll. They got Joe shook up there. He drinking, you know how they roll. I'm trying to save you. This guy he got OGs behind him. This guy is a uggity guy, and these guys got real OGs. I know because they caught me when I was buying socks and told me to stop. And I said, okay. Raise your hand if you're not a street dude. Right here. Proud. But when it first come on, I'm wondering, what are these 2-pack of Skittles doing on the show? I'm like, what are they doing up here? And then Joe is like, yo, these are my boys. I'm like, damn. Do he know? Do you know? Oh, God. Then one of the Skittles guys said, oh, man, I'm getting a pedicure, manicure, and all that. Then, of course, the DJ, I think I got to step my game up. Stop getting some pedicures and take better care of myself. I'm like, woo! He just becomes whatever they want. You got 2-pack of Skittles on the show. And talking about they your homeboys. Damn. Ain't no scraps in my scrapbook. That's all I can tell you. A producer of what? You got 2 legitimate pack of Skittles on there. You don't want me to prove it. You don't want me to do that. I don't want to do it. Who you think changed his name? Oh, why did his name change? Because you know that ain't his name no more, right? You know he changed his name, right? To what is it? Is he hit maker or something like that? You know why? You know who changed his name? The person he lives with. And who do you live with? Pack of Skittles? You want to tell everybody? While you're down in Florida? Find out. That's the thing. Find out who he lives with. Who changed your name? Don't make me go there. But we gonna stop that because I don't want to cause no waves more than what I just did. But you know, y'all wrong for having them pack of Skittles on the show and talking about some street. This is the streets. That's just like, I'm like, this dude was getting knocked out outside of GameStop. He was just getting robbed just cuz. They'd be like, oh, dude, I'm in line, dude. Should I take a selfie or should I rob him? I'm going to rob him. Oh, we are very much live, sir. We are very much live. This is a live stream. Yeah, the Transformers people, yeah. Now, you're in a situation where you got 2 pack of Skittles on the show, but what he told him made sense. What he told the DJ made sense. Don't advocate it because your name is up here. You know, all you guys have made them go to this level here. Y'all put him on this pedestal on the YouTube, the DJ dude. And y'all put that DJ guy right up here who don't even DJ. But you don't have to do anything on YouTube. So right now, y'all put him here. And because you put him here, do you know do you even know anything that he says people are going to take at face value? Do you even know that? Everything this guy says, the general public is going to take at face value. And the industry are going to use you as a tool to get their word across because they was like, you got a lot of people. So that's what happens. So now the industry, and he feels important, like solidified, because industry people are reaching out to him. And that'll make his ego feel good because this is a guy who didn't come from the industry. He didn't come from hip hop. He's a guy who talked about things that he saw and he had no history of it. He never met a rapper. He never done any of this stuff until he started blowing up as DJ, whatever he calls himself. So when this happened, Yep. But when he posted this, and when he does this, other artists is going to take it to heart, because now you're dealing with egos. Not just Migos, egos. And when you see the egos of these rappers, it's going to surprise you that they're not more professional. You're talking to people who do drugs. You're talking to people who take drugs that make you paranoid. And an artist is already paranoid whether he's on drugs or not, that any little thing can hurt their brand and stop them from selling records. And you hold a big key to the general public's thoughts. They watch you. You got all these views. So now when you say something, Mr. DJ Guy, you could try to sit there and explain. Oh, but I was talking about what you called him. So y'all boys, I don't got your number. I ain't called you. Man, you should have reached out to me. You didn't reach out to me to get my side of the story, but you gonna take what he said and you gonna run with it? You getting it too. We get it? You get it yet? Okay. He's getting it too. And what he's trying to explain to you is you have to understand the ramifications of what could happen because of your actions. He don't want you to get knocked out and you be, I didn't even do anything. You have to understand the dangers that you're putting yourself in. That was like with me when they was like, dude, Meek ran you out of Vegas. He didn't run me out of, I could have stayed. Believe me. And if anything would have happened in that Las Vegas situation, no matter what happened, believe me, I was very well protected. And when I'm in Las Vegas and I'm in the situation that I was in that time, or when I'm in a Mayweather fight and anything, I got people around me that you don't even know, but nobody's laying a hand on me. You ain't got to worry about that. I have no misconceptions about that whatsoever, because the people that are in that town, half them from Chicago, and they're there for other reasons, for protection. They're the protection you don't see. So they're the protection you can't film with the phone. They're the protection I can't show you on the phone. If I got a glimpse of them on the camera, I'm in trouble. So believe me, if me going to the fight wouldn't have done nothing. I'm just saying his people may not have known that. They just see me and somebody be, that's the dude right there to be hating on you on YouTube, and start something. And then everything goes bad. No matter who wins or loses, the whole brawl, everything's going to get blamed on Floyd Mayweather. Now, if that's somebody you care about and that's somebody, you know what I'm saying, who's your boy, you like, yo, you did a lot for me and this and that, you don't want to disrespect the love, disrespect the appreciation, disrespect things that they've done. If they're your friend, you look out for them. That's what I'm saying for Meek's people. You don't go jump on Safari. You know your boy got cases. That's not going to help Meek by you going to jump on Safari. So why would you do it? You there building your own rep. You're not thinking about Meek. You doing that for yourself. Because if you did, you would have thought, man, if I get him in trouble, if I go out there and whoop on him, they're going to still come violate you. You know, so you got to be able to think outside of yourself and not be selfish. So I said, you know what? I'll watch the fight at home. I'm good. I'm out. Deuces. Because I know y'all going to have Meek here. I don't want to be around Meek. I don't like Meek. So I'm like, I'm out. Deuces. I shook it up. Everybody like, where you at? Where you go? We going to the after party. I'm like, dude, I flew back home. Now, because I flew back home, there was no problems. I watched the fight. I enjoyed it just as much. He said, you talking to the peanut gallery. People are stupid. But no, that's what you have to do as an adult. And Joe Budden understands these things, these principles, because there's certain things that even if you're not street, you grew up around in the streets, you know. You don't have to be street dude to know the streets. You grew up, you knew what to do, what not to do. It's self-taught being in the hood. That's 101. Yeah, them spidey senses kick in. You got to know what time it is. Shoot, there's a lot of situations. If I went left, I wouldn't be here on a YouTube right now making this video. You'd be like, man, Cino was cool, man. What happened to him? Shoot. Oh, Huey, all you got to do is Google that. I'm quite sure you'll find enough. He's talking from a child's perspective. That's why they have Joe and him on the show. Because he's talking from a child's perspective. Joe's talking from an adult perspective who have insight on industry and the way things work in the industry and this and that. But we talk about the same things because we read the same things. Like DJ Academic could tell me who's who in Call of Duty World War II, and he can break down the moves and break down all that stuff. I would be like, he's a genius. Tell me about terabytes and all these and how to, you'd be like, he's a genius. See, that's his avenue, that's his lane, you know, and talking video games, talking all this stuff, and talking about these rappers, the younger guys that people don't even know about, and he's right. I don't think he's book smart. I think he's tech guys. Most tech guys aren't always book smart. Don't think that. They just play a lot of video games and chat. They're more chatty. They're in chat rooms. That's a whole difference. And I don't even know if that's tech savvy. That's chat room savvy. Most of those guys don't read. I read. That's why I know a vast majority about things they have no idea. Joe Budden and I are on the same level as far as in the avenues of knowing different things about what's happening in the country and how it relates to everything. So, like, he was getting ready to touch on how the marijuana is fixing the economic system. I'm like, go ahead, Joe. How they using that to fix the economic system? I know what he's finna say. And she was like, oh, I want to hear about it. I'm like, it's basic information. Every time the country's in trouble, it uses drugs to bail itself out. Basically, that's what it is. Whenever there's a financial crisis, they use drugs to get themselves out. Prohibitionary period, you couldn't buy liquor. It was illegal to have liquor. They made it legal. Taxed the liquor and made money, and then the whole economy came back. Same thing. Every time there's an economic problem, they use drugs to bring back the economy. Now, marijuana. I mean, it was been documented. They've done documentaries on this. Why do you think there's so many dispensaries now? Hemp County is the biggest weed population where it's legal to grow weed, and you could sell it to the dispensary. They tell you how many plants you're allowed to grow. Nobody follows that rule. They say, well, you can't have more than 8 plants, marijuana plants. Those are the rules. How am I a conspiracy theorist and this is legal? I said legal. Look up Hemp County. Go down there and look and read it up. These are facts, laws. This has always been the law in Hemp County. Hemp County, Hempstead County. The marijuana home. Everybody there is the best place to grow weed. And I don't even smoke it. But all of these are facts. So, He said the peanut gallery. I'm sorry, I gotta educate the peanut gallery. So they're allowed, like, at least they changed the law. Before, you could have as many plants as you could grow. Now, they had to come up with a rule because people had a whole house. They would spend money painting the house. It looks like a normal house. They had little flowers out there, and they do everything to dress it up so you would think there's a home. And there's nothing in there. But in there, there's nothing but fans, bzz, trees, bzz, every different type of weed in the world. It's all nothing but a grow house. Now, people got to do this now because they came out with the law saying, okay, there's too much, y'all doing too much. So now you can only have 8 plants. You can only grow 8 plants. That should be enough. So 8 is the law or whatever, and you can't exceed 8. So now, but even if they break it, don't nothing really happen. They, like, nobody go on the way for 30, 40 years. They get a little slap on the wrist. And what they do is they take that weed, sell it illegally. Then they take it and sell it legally to the dispensary. The dispensary buys it from them. It is taxed. They've seen this work. An entire town was saved because of marijuana. Have you watched the TV show Weeds? Did you watch Weeds when it came on? They got Weeds. They got the show Weeds based off the fact that this was actually happening. So you guys must thought like, man, that's wild. They lost their job and she sold weed to pay the bills. They used it. It saved an entire town. The whole economics, the whole town was built off of some type of steel mill, factory mill. Once that mill closed down, the whole town was going to lose its. The whole town was going to have to close down. So now, what did they do? They start selling marijuana to survive, to keep the town going. Then they had money. Everybody was spending money in the town, buying goods and services. Now things are flowing again in this town. Nobody asking them where they got the money from. The mill closed down. Where they get this money from? The bar still open. This still open. Government ain't thought about coming in there to shut none of that down. Why? Because that town is 96% Caucasian. Nobody locking nobody up over there. So, whenever the country is in trouble, it uses drugs to dig its way out. There's things that I could tell you about that will blow your mind. Now, the war with Iraq has been over, and we won this war many years ago, right? Why are we still in Afghanistan? Didn't we train them so that they could militarily take care of themselves? Why are we still there? See? There you go. You guys saying opium. Opium. That is true. That is true. That is one of the reasons we're there. One. There's a reason that you guys are not even aware of that we're there. And we're using it right now. That's the way you're able to see me right now, and the way I'm able to hold this phone and do this to you is the reason why we're there. You're holding a phone right now, right? There you go, smart man. Mr. 420, lithium. Jeremy Shorter, yeah, there you go, lithium. The richest commodity to ever come around in a long time. And they don't know how much of it is. That's why they ask to buy your phones back from you. You ever wonder why they say recycle your phones? It's hazardous for your health. No, because what your phone has in it is called lithium. That is why we have 4K, we have tablets, we got everything, and Lithium is how you're able to talk on this phone and be able to use the internet, and I can stream live to you through this phone. Lithium. And the biggest supply of it is in Afghanistan. Oh, didn't know that, did you? Some of you did, and that's wise. That means you've been listening to me. So, the peanut gallery, even though they might be the peanut gallery, I'm going to educate the peanut gallery. The peanut gallery, when they go talk to their little homie, and they got their phone, he'd be, oh, guess what I learned? Lithium is over in Afghanistan. And I don't expect the DJ guy to inform you on anything that's useful. But here, I can give you jewels and some knowledge of things that could help you in life that you might know that might help better you. Now, when you go ahead and you start thinking, thank y'all for all the donations too. I appreciate that. That's love. I don't care if it's $1. I don't care if it's 5, 10, anything. Just showing the show of appreciation and love that y'all would hit the super chat. Lithium is a mineral. It's a precious piece of metal that allows you to watch videos on your phone. You ever heard of lithium batteries? There you go. John Hogan's. And why do you think lithium batteries last longer than copper tops and all these other type of batteries? That mineral is so rich, it cannot be wasted. You can keep using lithium for 20 years or longer. That's why they want your phones. That's why they'll pay you 29 cents or $1 or whatever they want for your phone, your smartphone that they charged you $900 for. They keep using that lithium. Why you think lithium batteries are rechargeable? You just can't up and invest in lithium. It's a rare commodity. But it changed our world. It changed our technology and the way we do things. And the only way we needed to do that was to control it. And over there, they got smart. And the reason why we started the war is because Afghanistan, because of the opium, decided that they were going to move out of the opium fields. And once they decided that they weren't going to use opium anymore, they were going to use technology as their way of using their way to get back in. America couldn't have that. America went over there and said, oh, no, you not. So they actually, when the war started, they set fire to the oil and they set fire to the opium fields. They weren't going to let nobody come in and take it from them. Now, everything that you see now, since we've been in war with them and we took over the opium fields over there, everything is opium laced over here now. We're selling opium at an all-time rate. He said, that's Afghan Kush. All I can tell you is this. It is not a good idea. That's why getting involved in these little party drugs is not ideal. And the reason why it's not ideal is because all of these things now are laced with something else to keep you hooked, to keep you buying. No, why would you kick him off of everyday struggle? You need somebody for Joe Budden to abuse every week. That's basically the show. He says something young and stupid. Oh, they must be here to get these leaves off my porch. Leaf blower man. Leaf blower man. I should come out there and tell him, make sure he get all them doggone leaves. Don't just get some of them. I don't got time to rake my own leaves. If I'm out there raking leaves, I can't be out here talking to y'all. I like Nadeska. I mean, when the show first started, I wanted nothing to do with him. And, like, I mean, I want nothing to do with her, not him. But because I'm like, she wasn't really vested in the show. She didn't know how to control Joe. She didn't know they worked itself out. So from that point, it started to, move into a different direction, like with the entire show and everything. I don't know what that was. People send me stuff all the time. But the reason why Joe Budden and that other guy on there, the what's his face? Can't think of his name. The Skittle, the other pack of Skittles that used to go by the name of Youngbird. They were on the Karen Civil show. What's that called? Love and Hip Hop. No, other people are making hits and he's profiting off of them. And there's a reason for that. Who's all you got to do is try to find out who his roommate is. Who's his roommate in Miami? Who saved him? Why did he move to Miami? Who named him that? Who renamed him? I don't think he schooled him. I think he educated him. Now he could choose to take the advice and go with it or not. But just like I told you, that guy extension cord, all he gonna do is put his life in danger over and over again, violate probation, beating up fans. He gonna wind up in jail or dead. He's headed down that path. He's looking for attention. Mike Karen, no. It's more like this. That dude got accused of doing a whole lot of things, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, first off, listen, when you a pack of Skittles, we already know what time it is. No, No, the whole situation is different. You got to understand. Nadeska, Nadeska is definitely somebody who gotten better as the show went on. I mean, things got so bad for Youngberg, he had to change his name because his name was synonymous with getting beat up. Mano smacked him and all this. I'm wondering what he's doing on the show. I'm like, why is he there with the other pack of Skittles? Two Skittle dudes on the show, one with painted nails and the other one without. Oh, because they're associated with Karen Civil, and Karen Civil is the one that put on these shows, and Joe Budden, who complains about the uggity it, because it's okay to talk about that uggity it, but you support the uggity it that's on TV because they gave you an uggity check. No, they all don't. Them are official 2-pack of Skittles you looking at right there. One is tropical fruit, and the other one, the other one you don't even want to know. I don't care if they got 6 wives, 18,000 kids. I'm telling you, the industry knows. 2-pack of Skittles right there. Wild berry and tropical fruit. Right there on that show. And that's word on the street. Telling you. He ain't come from my Chicago. The part he came from was not my part. That's why he want to change his name. Yep, taste the rainbow, and I don't want to taste the rainbow. That's all you gotta figure out is who he lives with in Miami. Hey, it is what it is. I can't remember the dude's name. I would tell you and link you. I would link you all the way up. His name is not on YouTube. Listen, he lives in Miami. Okay? It's not on here. I've tried to find it and see if I can find it again. I will have to take my time to do so. But that pack of Skittles moved to Miami, changed its name, moved in with one of these producers that deal with these reality shows that's linked to Karen Civil and the rest of that Skittles crew and a management. Every artist that they have in that media is a pack of Skittles. On both sides. Everybody knows it. Everybody in the industry knows that. Oh no, he took the bag. He had to do something for the bag. He had to give up the shoop, shoop, shooby doo, shoop, shoop, shoop. Well, anyway, this one person is responsible for turning him all the way around and getting him back on this track. And this person is known in Miami, has a lot of power in Miami. Okay? For taking people and changing them and getting them, saving them. And that's how he's producing and put with these people. Trust me, there's a lot going on. Oh, no, you don't know the name like that. I will find the name. Because I actually spoke on this before. I just can't remember what I did. And I end up speaking on it before. And I'm trying to think. Like, believe me, unless you knew, you knew. And I knew at the time. I just can't remember no more because I don't care about that. And I try to stay out of Miami because Miami has changed so much. Oh, I could be in Vegas and don't even see people. Because if I'm in Vegas, I'm normally in there for what I need to be. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to end this video. And then I'm going to find it for you. And the next video I do, I'll let y'all know who it is and what's going on or whatever. But I know it. I just can't remember it right now. Bernie Sanders. That's funny. Miami got all these people from everywhere. New York. They all down in Miami now. And they've changed Miami. They made Miami some pack of Skittle everything now. It's totally crazy. Miami has completely changed. Too many East Coasters and people from Atlanta. I hope I have nothing to do with it. I could just pray that they send out the notification the next time we do this. So probably the next time I go live, we'll probably have that information. You know, so that's the best I could do. I just wish I could remember dude's name. Thank you, Uprise. I appreciate that. Marcus Houston, no, it's not. It's not anybody you would even understand. Like, this guy is like a tall dude. He's about 300 pounds. And I can't recall his name. But that's who he lives with in Miami, staying in his big mansion. All I gotta do is make a phone call. I just don't even want to call about nothing like that. But I'd rather find it on my own. And then I'll let y'all know so y'all understand. But these are 2-pack of Skittles you looking at right here. That's 2-pack of Skittles for you right there. Tropical fruit, wild berry.